Remember a long time ago, we had a dentist over our house for lunch. We had opened Biohacks or medical already, not dental. And I'm like, yeah, man, I was so excited to talk to everybody. Vitamin D3 and K2, and then you take your magnesium. And I had started to see changes, people coming in with like crazy HbA1c at like 8. That's a diabetic person, right? And then you change the lifestyle, add supplementation, Then all of a sudden the person's like down to like no diabetes anymore. And I remember talking to this dentist. So vitamin D3 and K2, I mean, if it's good for bones, it must be good for teeth. This was me postulating, right? And I'm talking to like a tenured dentist and I'm thinking like, we're going to start making some conclusions or whatever. And I remember the guy just goes like, just like shuts me off. He's like, no. I just remember him saying, don't look at bones and teeth the same way. And it's different, you know, the structure. That stayed with me. And then all of a sudden we're going out to these conferences and so forth. And these guys are preaching vitamin D3, K2.
You know, I love my vitamin D3 and K2. I take 10,000 units a day. Even when I was pregnant, I was taking a higher dose. When I had the baby, it lowered my vitamin D3 levels. D3, K2, magnesium, it all plays a role with having strong teeth. What is, you know, when you asked, you should have asked him, well, so what makes strong teeth?
I know, like, yes, like what's the answer?
It doesn't make any sense. It's in research. There's peer-reviewed articles, a bunch of them. Most dentists, we're not taught this in school. They don't want to learn something new or they don't want to go against whatever they were taught.
You are a walking biochemical laboratory. In your teeth, there's vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and so forth that are required for their functioning.
And actually, the funny thing is the one who found K2 was actually a dentist.
Oh, yeah,
Weston Price.
the Dr. Weston Price.
And he did a bunch of studies on different cultures, especially more secluded, smaller cultures, not exposed to processed foods, a lot of sugar. And he did find that most of these people had one thing in common, and it was an X factor, which he couldn't name at that point, which is now known as K2. Most dentists don't know this. I didn't know this. I only knew this once I started getting into holistic dentistry.
Any dental people out there, first of all, love you. Don't hate. Actually, on our clinical meeting that I just finished before coming here, so with our medical team, I was actually telling the team we need to change all our vitamin K protocols. There's like this fear of vitamin K for like clotting and so forth. Yes, if somebody's on warfarin, yeah, you want to be careful. As far as I know, there's around 23 different types of vitamin Ks. Most people will do their vitamin D3, like a nice regular dose is 1 capsule of 5,000 IU vitamin D with 90 micrograms of vitamin K2, which is very, 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 very little. And I'm doing also vitamin K1. That helps to mineralize bone and get calcium outside of the arteries in the heart. Vitamin D pulls the calcium in, but vitamin K says, hey, calcium, get out of the heart and go to the bones. If you're concerned about osteoporosis or if you've had a high calcium score, vitamin K is very, very, very important.